This is a First Alert 5 weather alert.
So we're pretty used to fire danger by this time. We've been running about 12 days straight of at least a red flag warning across our region. So now looking ahead to the next week, it's not so much about whether or not we have fire danger, it's just how severe it is day to day. Today we're a little cooler. We actually have some higher humidity, so fire danger is just slightly lower. Tomorrow it gets higher again as we get a nice warm up. Windy conditions return to the region. Today's just going to be breezy. Fire danger does remain the status quo though, so I would not recommend burning anything outside, causing any sparks outside for at least the next week. There's plenty of fire restrictions going into effect for counties and cities, so make sure you know those rules where you live. But in terms of humidity this morning, it's actually quite high. We had a cold front that moved through the region overnight. It brought in some easterly winds and some higher humidity. That humidity will be scoured out in some areas today, not as low as where we were widespread over the past week. Where we do see the driest conditions is for the Sangre de Cristo, so Wet Mountains, southern I-25 between Walsenburg, Trinidad, and then for the San Luis Valley. But elsewhere, when we have humidity around 20 to 30%, that's a little too high for red flag warnings. But it will still be just pretty dry across the region today. Quite breezy as well. We have that clash of air masses from the more humid easterly winds coming up towards I-25, and then the dry southwesterly winds coming in from the mountains. Foothills will definitely be windiest today, and then the southern I-25 corridor gusting around 40 miles per hour periodically. So we have red flag warnings where we are the breeziest and the driest in our southern zones. By tomorrow though, everyone warms up, everyone is quite windy, so these fire weather watches extend up north once again. So today, fire danger is elevated. Tomorrow it's critical. Monday back to elevated, and so on and so forth. But it's still going to at least be there for the next several days. Temperature-wise, we are starting below freezing this morning. This afternoon will rise to just below average to 57 in the Springs and 65 in Pueblo. Temperatures across the region mostly 50s and 60s today, so a little cool but comfortable in general. And then today is actually the coolest day of the next 7. We're going to be warming up to the 70s tomorrow. And for tomorrow, if you're planning on an Easter egg hunt, it'll be chilly in the morning, but quite nice temperature-wise in the afternoon, but it will be windy. And then rinse and repeat the forecast all week long, 60s, 70s, and breezy with fire danger. For Pueblo, 60s today, then 70s and 80s for the rest of the week. For Easter Sunday, expect to start in the 30s, rising to the 40s by 8, and then we're in the 70s for the rest of the day. Again, we are looking at fire danger every day for us. Canyon City, low 60s today, 70s and 80s for the week ahead. Fire danger and breezy every day. Woodland Park, much of the same. 50s today, 60s for the week ahead, and we are spending most of next week about 10 to 15 degrees above average. So at least it's going to be warm.
Yeah, the weather doesn't look too bad for Easter. It's nice if you're going on those Easter egg hunts. 78 degrees in Pueblo. It's pretty nice.
And I do have some good news.
What is this?
Off of our 7-day forecast, next Saturday, there's a chance for rain.
That was what I was going to say. We all need to do a rain dance. So if you're in Colorado Springs, Pueblo, anywhere in southern Colorado, please, let's just do a rain dance.
Yeah, so a week from now, we could finally see some moisture.
Okay. I've been praying for it. Seriously. We need it so bad.